Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Thanks for joining me today as I share some beautiful card ideas you can make with the September 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Fall For Toile. Here is a quick peek at the original cards from the kit. If you would like to watch me unbox this kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternatives, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. This is the second alternative card I will be sharing with you this week. It's an easy card incorporating two of the card bases from the kit and layering the fun fall-themed die cuts. I have a great tip that I haven't shared in a long time to help you get coordinating embellishments, so stick around to check it out. If you are new to my channel and would like to continue to see all of my paper pumpkin alternatives, make sure to subscribe using the link in the bottom right corner. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. So let's go over what you're going to need from the kit to make this card. You're going to need these die cuts. The only one we're not using is the one with the orange leaf on the right. Do you see how this leaf here is yellow? That's the one we want here. So let's go ahead and just remove that orange one and save it for a future project. You're also going to need these pieces cut from the card bases in the kit. And just as a reminder, I do have a cutting guide now that's available on my blog. The link to that can be found below in my description. This piece is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And then I have a piece that's a 1/2 inch by 5 inches, or it should be 5 inches. Looks like I didn't cut it down. So I'll need to do that, but that's no problem. And then I do have a card base of early espresso cardstock. It is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then that 8.5 inch side is scored at 4 1/4. Let's go ahead and just start putting this card together. I am going to begin by adding a little liquid glue along the left side of my toile piece and adding my brown plaid piece to that left side. And if by chance yours is not 5 inches, that's okay. You can either use your paper trimmer or some paper snips to cut that down. There we go. And we all know that I can't cut straight, but that's okay. And then we're going to add our leaf down into the lower left area. Okay, it can go off a little bit, and I'm just going to add that with a little liquid glue. You could also use glue dots if you'd like. We'll say something like that. Okay, so this center orange leaf is touching the brown, and then these two are coming off of the back just a little bit. From here, I wanted to add a little more texture to the card, so I'm pulling in my splatter box, and I've got a dark brown blend. This is one of those skin tones, I think it is. It is an SU 100, but you could use any brown. If you have Cajun Craze, you could try that. Or not Cajun Craze, I'm sorry, the dark pecan pie. That might also show up on this. Just find a dark brown. You could also mix dark brown ink with water and splatter with a paintbrush, so that would work as well. You can see that I have ruined my bone folder with this splattering technique, but whatever. It's alcohol ink, and so it dries. It's not going to get on any of my projects. I'm not worried about that. So go ahead and splatter away. So I just tap my marker with a bone folder, and it gives me this great splatter, fine mist kind of look. I love that. Simple addition to my card. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and finish the front and then we can add it to the card base. So we're going to take a piece of linen thread. Here's my great coloring technique. And let's see, how long is this? This is probably 10 inches. Yeah. So this is 10 inches of linen thread. I'm going to take that dark brown alcohol marker again, and I'm going to run it over my linen thread on some scratch paper. And because this is alcohol ink, it's going to first dry really quickly, and second, it's going to stay inside the fibers of this linen thread. If I was using something else, you can, but sometimes it gets rubbed off. So you'll notice that once this is dry, it won't rub off onto my fingers. You can also do this with your ink pads, but because that is a water-based ink, there's always a chance it could rub off a little bit. So to do that, what I like to do is take the linen thread, put it on top of the ink pad, and then with like a sponge, or a sponge dauber is really a good item for that. Or you could use like a napkin or paper towel. You press on top and then you slide this out and it pushes the ink into the linen thread. So it's always fun to try and recolor your embellishments, and the Stampin' Up! Blend products are perfect for that. You can also recolor ribbon, as well as even embellishments like pearls, rhinestones, things like that. Just keep in mind that sometimes, depending on what you're coloring, it can ruin the tip just because you are adding texture. And so, you know, like if you're doing a rhinestone, there's a little bit of texture to that that could break up your tip a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now that this is dry, you can see it's not rubbing off on my fingers. It did a little bit when it was wet, but that's not a problem. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here. Just going to use a glue dot from the kit. Let's see. And I'm just going to put it right in the center of those leaves. And then do a faux bow. So put my ends together and have that go right on that glue dot. And then bring one side down into a bow shape, and then the other side mimicking it on the other opposite side. And then I've got my bow here. On top of that, we're going to add our die cuts. These are going to all get bumped up with some dimensionals. So when I layer my die cuts, I want to put my pumpkins down first, right over the faux bow. Then I can add my fox right on top. And then I've got my greeting down near the bottom. You just want to make sure your greeting goes on straight. And that part is all done. So now we can just add this to the card base. And I'm going to add it with dimensionals. You could just glue it on if you'd like. And once you've removed the paper backing from those dimensionals, you're just going to put this right in the center of your card base. And then your card is all done. Make sure that if you want to include a message, you might want to add a lighter color cardstock to the center. on the inside. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful card today. If you're interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to get your own paper pumpkin subscription kit, you can subscribe using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.